welcome everyone. And so this is on the Friday. The PMMS played out as usual. So let me show you guys. As you can see, let's use the big screen as usual. Sorry. Now we have a very clean setup, like super clean. So this is on the 15-minute time frame. US tilted as Dow Jones. Now we have the Asian range as usual. You know the PMMS setup already by now. So we have a clean fair value gap there above the Asian range. We wait for Q zone. That's from 2, sorry. We had a mistake, but from 2 to 5. That's our Q zone, 2 to 5. The Asian range is already there. We have our new day opening gap. Extend that. Now what you want to, if you can see what played out, I have this extension line, this trend line, sorry. Now this trend line is simply saying there's liquidity lower that price want to take. So I said before the Q zone, try to get where liquidity is. So liquidity is lower, so that's where price will go during that Q zone. That is the time frame. As you can see, that's exactly what happened. It got to the fair value gap. The consequent encroachment of that fair value gap. This is a fair value gap inversion. Immediately it closed below that. That's your entry, and you target the low. And that's all. But I was targeting from my previous video. I told you guys I was targeting the new week opening gap, then the OT on that range. Okay, so in my previous video, I talked about targeting the thank God it's Friday. The target will be this OTE. If you go watch my previous video, so from here to this high, this is the OTE. So I believe price to get there on Friday. That I was targeting this new day, new week opening gap too, because price still left it untouched throughout the week. So I knew on Friday we should be targeting that. So after I broke that, my next target was the OT. You can see how beautiful that played out. So in this video, I want to talk about why win rate and haru, that is risk to reward, they are overrated and they are unrealistic. Especially haru. Win rate, you don't have to have a very high win rate. 45-40% win rate is enough with a proper risk management. Or 40% win rate can make you a lot of money from the market. People just talk about win rate like it's something very important. Now the most funny of them all is the risk to reward ratio. That is unrealistic in the market. It is unrealistic. I used to say this. You people are just, there are people always pandering on risk to reward are mostly scammers because they know that's what gets you people. 1 to 20, 1 to 30, those are just bloody liars. Nobody owes the trade all through like that, and you shouldn't. If you're a proper trader, you shouldn't hold your trade that much. You should take healthy profit at levels. So you can take, let's say, 50% of the market, 30%, then the remaining 20% in your trade is done. But you having a risk to reward and always saying, okay, my risk to reward will be 1 to 20, and that's what you always stick to. Nah, that's life. Nothing like that. Risk to reward don't work like that. And if you're always pandering on higher risk to reward, you may never make money from the market. You have to always know that. Let me show you some example. Now you enter the trade here, like this trade now. You enter the trade here. After your entry, you want to take an healthy profit first at this first target, which is Asian low. So let's say you're taking off 70%. Then price comes here. Then you're taking off what? Let's say another 20% on that low, because that's also your liquidity. You can see how when price get there, can you see how price went back to that new day opening gap? Now, because of I already knew that price want to get to this low. My target was this low. You can see, and this low is this area, sorry, is the OT. So this was my target, the consequent encroachment of that OT. So I left some trade still running, move my stop loss to break even, left some trades still running. So about just 10% or 20%. But can you see this drop? I'll give you even the most money than what you made here, just because I didn't close all my trade or because I left some still running. Especially when the low is an high resistant liquidity run. If you don't know, you have to go to the YouTube channel and watch it. If it's a low resistant liquidity run, which is something like this, there's high chance price getting there. But if it's an high resistant liquidity run, which is this is an high resistant liquidity run, you can see how you push price higher. But because I was confident I was still going lower, I could still hold the trade. And price still went down there. So it broke this OT. Let me squeeze it for you. So the range, new week opening gap, it passed through there. I think Dow Jones, that is yesterday, fell about 600 points. 600 points just that Friday. 600 points, and that is massive. So sometimes you want to leave some trade just running. You can go back to your break even. It's not bad. You've already closed almost 90%, 80% of your trade. That's not lose. So that 10% now, since I left it when it can still give you full, you see, almost 100% back of what you made here. That 10% that you left running can give you. Don't allow anybody fool you that risk to reward is actually real. It's not real. Realistically, it's not real. Yeah, we can do it so that it's going to look nice. Just exactly like this example. It's going to look nice, but in actual trading, when doing technical is different from actually trading. Actually being in the market and executing it, there are two different things. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. So when you're in the market, you want to take healthy profits, at least on reasonable levels. Mostly, you just need to have an hedge. That's your win rate. If you have a good hedge, which my hedge is the PMS I'm trying to teach you. If you have a good hedge in the market, incorporated with time, very important. There's just some marketing gimmick that people use to just sell you